Hey guys, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to delete specific items from Firestore. Let's get started. So now we run into another issue. I'm just going to clear some of these out. Now we're going to run into another issue, which happens to be the onDelete item click. So to start, we're modifying the new array, which we don't really care about anymore. So let's just go ahead and delete these items from here and add the console log in here. And so now what it's going to do is when we click log, it's going to pass it up and we're going to see the console log of the log it wants to delete. Now the biggest problem we have here is that these are not unique identifiers. So we need to somehow find unique identifiers, and specifically ones that have to do with their Firebase documents. So let's take a look, and remember how I told you they have their own unique identifiers? Well, we can actually grab that information. And how we're going to do that is we're going to use the spread operator here, and we can say ID equals doc ID. And so what this essentially is doing is adding the ID and the document ID to that ID. So now when we look at it, we will get that and the unique identifier, which is perfect for what we're going to do next. So now that we're here, we can actually go back to the home page, and we're seeing that we have the specific item on here, but we actually only care about this ID. So I'm going to change these logs out for ID, and then instead of passing the entire log in through here, we can just pass in the log.id. So now this gives us the specific item that we actually want to delete. Let me go ahead and change that to class name so the console stops yelling at me. And so now we're viewing the specific ID right here. So now we can do a similar thing as before if we want to modify the to-do list itself, or what we can do is actually utilize a delete functionality. So what I'm going to actually do here is go into the Firestore service, and we're going to write a new function for deleting files or documents out of Firestore. So async function delete item from Firestore. And we're going to use the doc ID here because that is the identifier we want to base it off of. We're going to have our try catch block. And the code for this is pretty simple. We're targeting the same collection, kind of like a database table. So we're going to do await list ref and then doc. Then we need to target that specific document based on its ID, so we pass in doc ID. And just like that, it's very simple. So now when we click on the delete button, it will actually delete these items. Actually, we have to hook it up first, but you see what I'm saying. Another thing we can do is once we actually delete the item, we'll want to re-render the page. So we can actually just do fetch data, and that will handle the re-rendering of the page. We also have the ability to just modify the state directly, but this just makes sure the data always comes down from the database, so it's a little bit safer. Thanks for watching. In the next video, I'm going to be going over how to update data in Firestore. See you there.